Gather around the fire, kids. I'm going to tell you about the man they called Chug. Chug's real name is Cody, but no one at his high school knew that, or even knew he existed before September 3rd, 2010. Cody was your typical introvert, average-looking skinny kid with a handful of friends. He gave one of his friends, Penn, a ride home on that beautiful Friday afternoon when Penn said to him, "Hey, there's a party tonight at Connor's. Parents are out of town, everyone's going to be there. We should go." Now, remember, Cody's never been to a high school party. So naturally, he was reluctant to say yes, but something deep inside of him said, "Fuck it, let's do it." Cody would normally take a nap when he got home from school, but not on this day. This day he was full of energy, full of excitement, and full of fear. After pacing around his room for hours, it was finally dark outside. It was 8 p.m. It was time. Cody texted Penn telling him he was on his way to pick him up. Penn replied, "Cool, make sure you grab some of your dad's beer." Uh-oh. How was Cody going to get the beer past his dad, who was in the living room? Cody walked into the living room, toting his Xbox 360 box. "Hey, Dad, I'm going to spend the night at Penn's house and play some Xbox." Cody's dad looked up from his newspaper with a hint of disappointment in his eyes and responded, "Okay, son, have fun." If only he knew. If only he knew his son was stowing 6 cold ones in that Xbox box he carried out the front door. You could hear the music a mile away. Cars parked on both sides of the street as far as the eye could see. Cody parked the car and started walking towards the house of Penn, who was also popping his party cherry that night. Cody and Penn opened the front door and promptly stopped dead in their tracks. They each looked around in wonderment at the beer pong games being played in the kitchen, the dancing in the living room, the makeout sessions on the couch, and the cute girl giving Will, the star baseball player, a lap dance in the recliner. "Oh shit! That's Susie from 6th period," Cody pointed out. "She seemed so innocent at school." Oh well. It's not like Cody had a 2-year crush on the girl or anything. Then Cody said to me, "Whatever, let's go take some shots in the kitchen." I'm Penn, by the way. All that third person was making me nervous. So we walked into the kitchen and I pulled out a water bottle full of Absolute vodka I snagged from my mom's stash. I poured a couple shots, and I guess all that whoring around made Susie thirsty because she came over and begged us for a shot. It amazed me how in the span of 7 hours she went from goody goody to gimme gimme. Now at this point, we've had a couple shots. We were rookies, so we went from 0 to 60 in just 2 shots. Cody's confidence was at an all-time high. He grabbed Susie by the waist and told her to get downs on the next beer pong game. Then he gave her a little playful slap on the ass as she smiled and scurried away. He went out to the car, grabbed his Xbox box full of beer, and came back inside to win the first 2 games of beer pong he ever played. The games weren't even close. He was making every shot. "Who is this guy?" I thought to myself. Will also took notice of Cody's winning ways, so he grabbed one of his boys from the baseball team and stood opposite Cody and Susie at the beer pong table. Everyone at the party stopped what they were doing to watch this beer pong battle. Back and forth they went, making and missing shots until, as fate would have it, each team had one cup left. Will's baseball buddy shot and missed. Next, Will dipped his ping pong ball in and out of the water cup, smoothly reared back, winked at Susie, then tossed the ball through the air. Doink! It hit the rim of the cup and bounced off. No good. The crowd gasped. Their beloved pitcher was in a position to lose to some nobody, whose name they didn't even know. Susie shot first and missed, wide left. Will commented, "Susie, if only you were as good at beer pong as you are at giving lap dances." The crowd oohed and awed. They sure did love that cocky, confident, 100-mile-an-hour throwing son of a bitch. Then out of the heat of the moment, or out of pure stupidity, Cody made a proposition. "Will, I am so confident I will make this shot that I will chug the rest of this water bottle full of vodka if I miss. But if I make it, you have to chug the rest." For a split second I saw fear in Will's eyes. Then he quickly smiled and agreed to the terms and conditions. But he was scared. My boy had him on the ropes. Complete silence echoed throughout the house. All eyes were on Cody. Cody's right hand was holding on to the ping pong ball, and his left hand was holding on to Susie's ass. For good luck, of course. Cody cocked his hand back and released the ball into the air. At this point, it was in the hands of the universe. So wish. Nothing but beer. Game over. The crowd went absolutely fucking insane. They started chanting, "Chug, chug, chug, chug." Cody handed the water bottle to Will and gave him a little wink. Will looked around the room with an expression of panic. His charismatic smile was nowhere to be found. Then he looked down at the ground, handed the bottle back to Cody, and murmured, "I can't do it. I have to be home by midnight." The crowd was pissed, but Cody enjoyed every second of it. He hopped onto the kitchen counter with bottle in hand and said, "I don't have a bedtime." Then he started chugging the vodka. I shouted, "Chug, chug, chug, chug." Then everyone joined in on the magical moment as the legend chugged and chugged until there was absolutely no absolute left in that bottle. It didn't matter that he fell off the kitchen counter trying to get down because the crowd caught him. It didn't matter that he spent the next 2 hours puking in the flower bed while Susie held his hair, because he ended up tapping that beautiful ass until graduation. It especially didn't matter that no one knew his name, because that was a night they would never forget. A legend was born that night, and his name was Chug. A name that will ring off the halls of Hamilton High for eternity.
Chug, 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 chug.